I tell people that attend my physical meetings, I tell them, just pick one thing. Pick one thing and say, this is the thing I gain throughout this meeting. You may not get everything in the meeting, but just pick one thing and say, I gained this thing from this meeting. Do you understand? I gained this thing from this meeting. And after this meeting, the recording is going to be live. Don't worry, we're going to remove the itches. The recording is going to be live on my YouTube channel. We're going to upload it here for free. And the ebooks too, we're going to be giving you for free. So you can't say you are failing again. If you fail, it is you that want to fail. If you fail, it is you that want to fail. With all these things, the people that are coming here, they are, first of all, they are first class students in life, first class students in academics. They are people of excellence. The guy I'm calling now, that is coming to speak now, he has won 500k from Dairy.io. And even I go to that competition, I think I need to play the video when he was in that competition. You would have said, this guy. So it is not a small thing to bring this kind of guy to this kind of channel. So, but we thank God he's here. So these people are people of excellence. They are giving you their steps. They are giving you what they did to achieve what they have. So write it down. Great men are made from knowledge. Do you understand? Great men are made from following the footpath or footprints of people that have attained that knowledge. So let me welcome Lord Chancellor. Welcome, sir. You can unmute now, sir.
All right. Good evening. I had to quickly get my earpiece. So...
I can't hear you, sir.
Hello, can you hear me now? Hello.
Can you speak up now, sir?
Hello. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello, sir.
Okay. What up? Trying to check something.
Try removing your earpiece. Maybe you would be able to speak to me.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Can you speak now, sir? Let me see whether I'm hearing you.
All right.
Okay, I think I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you now, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. It's a great privilege to be in your midst to even address you.
Good evening, sir.
As a matter of fact, most of the listeners even know more than we do. But well, we are just here to tell you what's worked for us.
Okay, sir, sorry to cut you short. I'll be leaving the live stream, but I can hear you, but I will not be able to reply. I can hear you, sir, but I will not be able to reply.
No problem.
So just take your stage, sir.
All right. So can I proceed now? Okay. I'm not sure he's still on the call. Okay. All right. So can you hear me now? Just gonna assume you can. So I have the list of what I want to discuss with you today, though there are practical experiences. I mean, what I have actually experienced as a student, a mentor, and I would say a teacher. Well, I can easily tell you that I only read once in a day or twice in a day, and I still came out well. But honestly, saying that would just amount to nothing but a lie. So I'm just going to dish out the essential things you need to know. And what I have here is on my list. You need to know what exactly the terms academic excellence, what it stands for, what they actually mean. Because before you even proceed in life, there are situations where if you don't grasp the meaning of some things, you can even redefine or probably give it the wrong definition. And that can actually pose a great challenge to you moving forward. So, starting out is not an easy task. Honestly speaking, you have to go beyond others. Well, I was actually live at a session before coming down here, so I missed the presentation of the first speaker. I don't know what he discussed, but I'm convinced he has probably told you or probably gave you he probably gave you an overview of what you need to know, or even probably the deep things you need to know. But I'm just going to tell you my own perspective about academic excellence. So being excellent, the thing is, there are good people, but we have few excellent people, just few of them. And the question is, what actually make them excellent? How did they really arrive at that spot? What actually put them at the spotlight? And the truth is, in a class of 1,000 or let's say 10,000, why is it that we usually have some set of people who come at the top of the class than others? The truth is, if you check the statistics, you would realize that even if 1,000 people, or even if the 10,000 students actually attend the same class, they paid attention to the same thing the lecturer is saying, some people will still come out great than others. Then the question is, why is that so? And why is it that it keeps happening? Why is it that there are some people distinguished for greatness? Don't see it like some people are actually born intelligent. No. The thing is, sometimes if you look at the background of people you look up to today, people who are actually brilliant and intelligent, if they start dishing out what they actually went through, how they were able to attain that level, you would like get to the point where you doubt it, because you feel, are you telling me you stay awake for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours just to read a page? Why would you do that? You see, the truth is, in a class of 1,000 students, the reason why some people are always coming on top of the class, why others are just like either struggling or just trying to make it meet academically, is because those people are doing what others cannot do. Do you understand? So I'm this kind of person. Actually, before, if I tell you how I started while I was in secondary school, it's as bad as not having any excellent grade. Should I say? I think Precious is coming live. I'm reading your lips. Okay, I will take that as yes. So yeah, the reason why some people like come out great is because they've paid the price, and now they are packing the prices. So it's not always easy to get at the top. It's always a sacrificial thing. You have to pay the price. There's always a price for greatness. That's the truth. If you're the type that you are like, okay, I can't do more than 2 hours per day. Out of 24 hours, you want to be outstanding, and you're sacrificing 2 hours out of 24 hours, and truly you want to be great, then you are joking. See, it might actually work for others. Do you understand? But what I do understand, the similar thing I've observed over time about great people is that they've done something people are not doing, or they are doing something people are not doing, or maybe they are doing something differently. I don't know if you understand me. So, the question you should ask is, for you to be great, how do you even start? Where do you start from? And like I mentioned earlier, you have to know that you have to go the extra mile. It's a sacrifice. Nothing good comes easily, and that's the truth. No, that's the truth. People may not say the moment you are probably depriving yourself of sleep or food, or let me say distracting things like social media or anything. I'm not saying you should not do those things. Of course, it's part of essential things you should do as humans. But I'm saying, if you place your priority, if you are really willing to achieve something, then you have to place priority more on that thing than others. And you have to be willing to go as far as possible until you achieve that which you wish to achieve. When I was in school, my friends know, they know this aspect of me. I rarely sleep. In fact, if you look at my eyes right now, you see it's kind of red and whole. I barely sleep, and I know it's probably has its implication. I'm trying to still like to correct my schedules to just ensure I sleep for enough time. But what I'm saying in essence is there is a reason I'm doing this. I have a standard. Okay, before you even achieve academic excellence, set a standard for yourself. That's the truth. You don't have to see others as your competitors. Yes, that's the mistake some people make. They feel like, okay, I had, let's say, 4.0 CGPA last semester, and I want to improve. My friend had 4.5, so I have to improve because of my friend. That's a very wrong mentality of growth. Don't see this life. Don't see this word. Don't see anything you're doing as competition. The only competition you have is against yourself. Try to be a better you. That's the truth. Set a standard for yourself. Okay, last semester I was able to, let's say, come up with 4.0 GPA. I want to do better. I can do better. Do you believe you can? Of course, if you believe you can and you work towards that, definitely you will do better. That's the truth. And I will still address that when I get to mindset, and when I'm addressing the do's and don'ts of academic excellence. There are things you must avoid. There are things you can't do without if you want to really achieve this great feat. So let's proceed. Still talking about academic excellence. You see, the truth is, if you are not willing, it's all about your decision. And the truth is, you can't make decision. To come up with a plan, it's the easiest thing. The other thing is implementing those plans. Who says it will not be difficult? Absolutely not. It will definitely be difficult. But what makes you stand out is the fact that you are willing to go extra mile with or without the challenges that you will face on your path or on your journey. Definitely, it's not going to be all easy or rosy or anything. Yes, you will definitely face challenges. And the thing is, how you treat those challenges determines or defines or says a lot about you. That's the truth. Are you the type that when you get tired, you just close your book and you're off the track? You're just not interested anymore. Do you read based on mood, or do you just read because you feel you should? You see, there's some people that they just feel I can't stress myself. This thing is something's have to motivate you. Like when I was an undergraduate. What motivated me, to be honest, aside the millions of naira I was paid, I felt okay. I've come this far not to come this far. Definitely, I am actually made for more. I can't just give up now. I started when I was in 200 level. In fact, I started with a carryover, but thank God that did not actually distract me from still achieving the goals. I set standard. You see, you should set a standard for yourself. This is my target, and when you have a target, put your target in God's hand. Me, I know that everything I have achieved and I will still achieve what I'm achieving, they all boils down to the fact that I place them in God's hand. And the truth is, do your part. That's the truth. Do your part. You can't just pray to God that, oh God, I want to, or I want you to provide for me, and you are idle, doing nothing. You are jobless. You're not living in your room. You're not going out to seek for job or anything. You just feel God will send helper to your room. No, you have to show actions. Okay, if you are praying, you have to act it out. You want to be academically excellent. Are you reading? Are you just not reading? Are you reading beyond what the lecturer is giving you? Are you the type that actually always ask questions when you don't understand? Do you read to understand, or you just read to pass exams? There is a difference between you reading to understand. There's a difference between you listening to understand. And there is a difference between you reading just to pass. If you're the type that read to pass, definitely you will pass. But you will never be able to do anything good with what you've read, because it's like la cram la po. Once you are reading, you are pouring it, and once it's out of your brain, it's out completely. They can't call you tomorrow and for you to explain. You won't be able to do that because you've poured everything out. In fact, some of us are so perfect to the extent that they tell you during exam, don't touch this part of my brain. This is why I study book. Or don't talk to me. There are some people that frowns during the exam. Let me tell you, they are secrets. They've crammed and they don't want to be distracted. Once you distract them, you will definitely forget what they've read. And that's all. Don't be that type of student. No. You have to read to understand. This thing you are reading is not just for now. And that's the truth. That's why My colleagues still reach out to me. Junior colleagues still reach out. They still reach out to me because they know, guy, I still need help in this area of law. And of course, I have the understanding and I'm willing to still offer what I have. Assuming I've been reading just to pass, definitely I won't be someone people will look up to, or look out for, or rely on for explanation. So that's just the truth about being excellent. Don't just read to pass. Read to understand, read to implement. And as you're reading, have the willingness to also understand and implement. Implementation is very essential. And the question then is, how do you implement? What worked for me is, when I read, though before exam or before test, I read at least, I'm not even exaggerating, I read at least 5 times. That's the truth. Because some people have magnetic brain. Me, oh, I don't have. So what I normally do is, there is always a frustrating stage. That's how I actually like reduce the steps or the stages. There's a frustrating or frustration stage whereby I'm reading it for the first time. I'm just, those terminologies are still new to me. I just read, then I read the second time just to get myself familiar with the terminologies. Why I read the third time I'm reading, I'm jotting that note. The fourth time, I'm still jotting. The fifth time, then I will be jotting out note without reading. I don't know if you understand. So these are stages to read. Those are the things I implement. So talking of implementing what you've read, you can implement by jotting, and you can also implement by explaining to a colleague. That thing really works. It worked for me, honestly. I'm always willing to explain because I know that the more I explain, the more I understand. Do you understand? I read and I explain to people. They are asking me questions. That's why my colleagues there, they feel like, Ola, why are you like this? Come and explain this to me. They know we are having an exam. Oh. I'm always playing. Ask people. I'm always playing around because I'm unbothered. I always pray that people should just come to me for explanation. Yes, come. I will explain. I know the more I'm explaining to you, there are times I would even forget why writing. But once I remember the explanation I gave to you, it will come back everything. So try everything in your capacity to ensure that you are implementing what you've read. It is either you are jotting or you are explaining to a colleague, or in fact, you might even be rehearsing. Some people will see me and be like, guy, why are you talking to yourself? I'm not talking to myself. I'm only trying to implement what I've read. Okay, so that goes. All right, so let me move to the do's and don'ts of academic excellence. Sorry, you have to pardon me. I'm trying to charge this Wi-Fi. Hold up, please. Okay. Okay. So now, the do's and don'ts of academic excellence. So there are things you must not do. There are things you must do. That's the truth. There is this thing I've observed over time. When you read, and like you read based on test or you read based on examination, you tend to not catch up with others. You see, the formula that would work for you is read the moment you resume. Don't wait till, your course rep is sending a message over to you that there will be tests tomorrow or there will be tests next week. When you will now start rushing and opening your book. No, you're not serious with life. You're not serious with your academics. No, these are what you should definitely do. You can't escape it. Read the moment in fact, now that you are just trying to start, I would say you should start reading before. In fact, I would have advised you to start reading before the lecturer gives out notes, provided you have the brochure or the syllabus or anything. It helps. It helps. You have the understanding of what the lecturer is coming to class to say. So it won't be like a shock. It won't be a new thing to you. Like it's going to be new to your other colleagues. Do you understand? Read the moment you resume. Don't wait till you're having tests, you're not rushing. Brain is not like, it's not a robot. It needs rest. So when you are reading the moment you have test, you are only cramming, you are not reading because it will not stay. That's the truth. So read the moment you resume and don't stop. Don't stop. If they give me the privilege to address everyone one by one, I can ask you what they taught you in KG or what they taught you in primary school. I'm very sure most of you will not remember. And you know why? Because you stopped reading them. And that's how it works. You can't say I opened book today. Oh, I need to open book the next 3 weeks, and you want the book to stay. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to read continuously. I mean, continuously. Reading is a continuous activity. You don't have to decide that okay, I will only read once in 3 weeks, once in 4 weeks. No, 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 no. Do you want to understand? You want to be academically excellent? Then you have to read continuously. It helps. It helps. Let your colleagues complain that why, what's your problem? Are you the only one in this class or in this level? Why is it that you are so serious about this whole thing? No, don't mind what they are saying. Read continuously, okay? And when you are reading continuously, read right. Read right. And what do I mean by read right? Yes, some people read the wrong thing, they read the right thing in the wrong way. And that is why seeking help from your other colleagues usually helps. For example, an expansion was made in class and you actually don't understand. You've Googled, in fact, Google should be your friend as a student. Google should be your friend. Anything you don't understand, try to browse it on Google, seek for more understanding. And when you still don't understand, reach out to a colleague or even reach out to the lecturer. It helps. It helps. It helps, honestly speaking. And now moving to the don'ts. Academic excellence. I think I've even mentioned it while I was addressing the do's. Now I said you can't give yourself excessive break when you are reading. Yes, I'm not saying you should not rest. You must rest. Definitely, even the most serious and the most excellent students still rest. I rest too. Maybe not much, but I still create time to rest. Don't be a boring reader. You have to still do extracurricular activities. When I was even in an undergraduate, I did a lot of things, a lot of extracurricular activities, and I was still able to rest amidst the whole thing. So you have to create time to rest. But one thing I would like to hammer on is that you don't have to read based on the circumstances around you. That thing also helps. You have to free your mind. You have to free your mind. Where is my handkerchief? You have to free your mind when you are reading. You don't have to be distracted. Don't think of any other thing when you are reading. When you want to read, discipline yourself. See, if you are not disciplined, you can't be academically excellent. That's the truth. You have to discipline yourself. Not that you are reading, a message popped up on WhatsApp, you're already on WhatsApp. From WhatsApp, you have moved to Instagram. From Instagram, you have moved to Twitter. You are not serious with life. I'm serious. If you have to put your phone on DND or you have to just exit or switch off your phone, don't hesitate to do that. Okay, so you have to be disciplined. You have to be avoid any lackadaisical attitude when you are reading. Reading is like something you have to dedicate your whole time to. Not that you will be receiving calls or you'll be scrolling through Instagram or you'll be surfing through the net or any other thing distracting that would actually, deprive you of the opportunity to understand what you're reading. So don't be distracted. Still focused. Stay focused. Discipline yourself. Very, very essential. Discipline yourself. And now, I will now move to the mindset, which will be the second to the last thing I'll be discussing with you. Mindset is really powerful when it comes to being excellent. You see, the truth is, the tongue is very, very powerful. When you declare something like, I'm not sure I can pass this course, oh, my dear, if you are not careful, you may not pass that course. Honestly speaking, anything affirmative like, okay, I have not read, but I believe I will pass. I'm not saying you should not read after you've made those affirmations. Read. But those little affirmations, they'll usually go a long way if you work in tandem with them. Your mindset is very, very powerful to the extent that anything you thought of, anything you have decided within yourself is usually what comes out in reality. It's so sad that people joke with words like I'm just ready to pass. Uh, I can't really remember all these things students used to say. Like we are only ready not to have carryover. They don't care if they have an A grade or a B grade or anything. Their major concern is just to avoid carryover. Then the truth is, yes, you will definitely be lucky. You won't have carryover, but you will not move forward. I'm not cursing. I'm just telling you the reality. You won't move from that 2.5 or 3.4 that you are struggling with. You in fact, you observe that maybe probably your GP is just reduced by 0.1 or is added by 0.2. You are just still stagnant. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So you have to change your mindset. You have to declare positive things to yourself. Declare positive things to yourself. If you believe you can, then you will. If you believe you can, then you will. Your mindset is a very, very great tool to achieving academic excellence. You have to channel your mind to that target, that zenith, that place you're actually looking up to. Channel it and make sure you are working tirelessly towards achieving it. Now, the last thing I'll be addressing is the place of God. See, I don't joke with God, and I will say it anyway. You have to put God first. As I am, I can't read without praying. God, please help me. Even if it is 1 minute prayer, if it is 2 minutes, pray. Bible says pray unceasingly. Whether you pass that course, whether you fail the course, you have to keep praying. You see, while I was in 200 level, my first semester results came out, and I saw that I think I had 3.5. Was it 3.5 with one carryover? I was a bit destabilized, and I was destabilized. Yes, but then I did still lose focus. Yes, like I mentioned earlier, that you have to set a standard. When I gained admission, I had a standard for myself. I told myself, guy, regardless of what is going to happen, you have to graduate with a first class. So when I had the 3.5, I was destabilized. Yes, but I was not distracted. I believe this is just the beginning, so you can do better. The next semester, I think I had 4.0, so that boosted me to I think 4 point. That increased my CP to 3.8 or 3.9, and it went on and on. I saw myself as a competitor. I am the competitor competing against myself and myself alone. So I was only doing those things to do better. And why doing that? The only person I put at the center was God, and God really helped me. You have to pray, pray unceasingly. You have to seek God like never before when you are reading. You cannot achieve anything without God. Let me be very, very honest with you. Some people are actually doing it and they are doing well. But I'm talking of what worked for me. And I will be saying this anywhere, anytime, any day. What worked for me was God. Because if I am to place everything I did on based on the works I actually, I still tell people I didn't do enough. And they look at me and they be like, did you just say you didn't do enough? Yes, I said I didn't do enough. When I was in I think 500 level first semester, I had 5.0 in let me just say I cleared my result. And when people saw the result, they came to me, they said, would like to tap from your grace. I was just laughing, don't you? I was like, I didn't even do anything. Now they got pissed that guy. You had 5.0 and you are still saying you didn't do anything. I knew I actually did like do anything, but probably I didn't do up to my expectation because I checked the grades and it was just a way of challenging myself that don't feel relaxed, guy. You can do better. Ordinarily with 5.0, I was just supposed to be chilling and just flexing around. No, I told myself, you had 70, 70, 75. This is a bad grade. You can do better. And lo and behold, second semester result came out. I think the least I had was 80, 83, or I don't know. But what I'm just trying to say in essence is you have to continually seek God's face. If I can't, like I said, I can't read without praying. It's already a part of me. I can't do anything without looking up to God. God, this thing is in your hands. Whether it works, whether it does not work, it's still in your hand. I'm just relying completely on you. So you have to seek God, regardless of your religion, your gender, your belief. Let God be at the center of everything, and that will bring me to the end of this discussion. If you have any other question, okay, I'll be addressing one more thing: balancing what you're doing. You have to learn this thing as early as possible because if you don't know how to balance things you're doing, it's very difficult for you to stay at the top. I mean, stay. Some people are at the top and they've dropped drastically because they could not maintain what they have. If you don't know how to balance anything you have, see, God forbid, you will not be enjoying yesterday's glory. We are dealing with present, okay? So you have to learn how to balance your things. Have a schedule. I have a timetable I used to read, okay? I have a timetable, and like I mentioned discipline the other time. Okay, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. That this is the last thing I'm addressing. Okay, so you have to learn how to balance the things you do. You must. You It's a must. It's a must. Let's start with have a to do list. Okay, have a to do list from 8 to 10 a.m. I want to read this. From 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. I want to sleep. From 3 a.m. to 6 p.m. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. I want to do this. And you have to be disciplined. Okay? You have to learn that as soon as practicable. Don't wait till you are in 400 level, 500 level. You're not saying, I want to start getting serious with my life. Oh, really? What I've really been doing since 100 level? Yeah, at that time, you would have regretted that had I known. So it's very important you learn this. Balance the things you are doing. Why am I saying secondary school? Pardon me. While I was an undergraduate, I handled, in fact, a lot of leadership position. I was very, very active in church too. Oh, Mr. Precious, I'm very sure you should be able to relate to what I'm saying. I was involved in a lot of things. And my friends really feel like, guy, you are in this, you are in that, you are in this, you are in that. How are you doing it? I think even that you are going to rehearsal, you are handling this symposium, you are giving speech here, you are organizing this event, and still you are still focusing on your academics. And I will tell them, see, it's all about balancing. Have a to-do list. It's as small as having just a small book. Write it out. Today, oh, this is what I'll be doing. At the end of the day, go back to your book. Did I achieve this? Was I able to do this? What were the difficulties? Why did I not do this? And try to do better. Have a to-do list. Work according to that list. Be disciplined. Be disciplined. A disciplined man is an excellent man. Honestly speaking, that's the truth. If you are not disciplined, you can't be excellent. In fact, you can't be intelligent. So please, so that will be all from my part. I really appreciate you all for listening, and I hope you implement everything you've heard from myself and the first speaker and subsequent speakers. So I would step down for the host to address hers properly. And if you have questions, please feel free to reach out.